Hello, I'm Al Kresta. As the 2012 presidential campaign ramps up, the mainstream media are ramping up their efforts to bury the issue of religious liberty, to forget the outrage over the HHS mandates, and to shift the focus to a trumped-up war on women. Your partnership with StopHSS.com is ensuring that the mainstream media will not be the sole voice forming public opinion. We must rely on alternative media like Catholic and evangelical radio, social media, EWTN, in order to keep interested citizens informed. This neglect, this omission is severe. The mainstream press have even utterly ignored the timely document released in the last few weeks by the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops. It was entitled, Our First Most Cherished Liberty. Now, in spite of the fact that this was the USCCB's first major document since the conflict began, and in spite of the fact that the USCCB is if not the principal party in this conflict, the press couldn't even bring itself to mention the bishops' attempt to frame this discussion. The bishops lucidly and charitably interpret the history of religious persecution in America. They offer a candid assessment of where we stand today, and they issue a clarion call to fight back with all the energies the Catholic community can muster. End quote. They also call for a fortnight for freedom. It'll take place from June 21st to July 4th, and the bishops have asked every diocese in America to arrange special events to highlight the importance of defending our first freedom. They'll ask Catholic institutions to do the same, especially in cooperation with fellow Christians and Jews, people of other faiths, and indeed all those who wish to defend our most cherished liberty. Stay tuned to StopHSS.com for more on these particular events as plans develop. But in preparation for this fortnight for freedom, on Friday, June 8th, we'll be holding the second National Day of Protest for Religious Freedom. On March 23rd, we had over 140 cities and 65,000 Americans take to the streets to demand that our religious liberty be restored. On June 8th, we're committed to increasing those numbers so that the media and our fellow citizens can no longer ignore this injustice. As the bishops have written, quote, we cannot permit the HHS mandate to stand. Please visit standupforreligiousfreedom.com. You'll find locations in your area, and you can even volunteer to be a rally captain in your town. A special word to Catholic laymen and laywomen. We are finally fulfilling what the Fathers of the Second Vatican Council intended us to be, responsible for the temporal affairs of our nation. That's the responsibility of the laity. We're called to be good neighbors, called to be good citizens, and we do that best when we embrace our identity as citizens of heaven and take seriously our call to be ambassadors of Christ, ministers of reconciliation, and bearers of the good news. If the HHS mandate is permitted, the federal government will have arrogated to itself the power to determine what is and what is not an authentically Catholic institution. Lay-driven Catholic entities like Catholic Charities, Catholic Social Services, Catholic universities and hospitals, Catholic media, are vital witnesses to Christ's love and mercy and his wisdom and power. We can't let Caesar limit Christ's ministry. This has happened in the Soviet Union. It's happening in China. Will it be permitted to happen in the United States? Thanks.